Welcome to a special segment of WBKB Sports. The guys will be reliving the top moments from districts this past weekend. And guys, it definitely seemed like a wild one.
Yeah, it sure was. Michael and I filmed 8 games each. I mean, some moments just had us in awe.
And we had to show some love to the playmakers of district. SportsCenter has their top 10, so does WBKB.
So there's 4 different categories, and you both selected one play that is your personal favorite. First is best pitching. Michael, you're up.
Well, for me, it's easy. I was at this game. Whittemore Prescott's Kaylee Bronson was a force to be reckoned with in the district championship game against Mayo. You want stats? I'll give you stats. How about 12 strikeouts? A perfect game all the way until the 7th inning. No earned runs, so the cherry on top is a 5-0 shutout. And guess who threw out the last batter at first base? Kaylee Bronson. And the win ends a 10-year championship drought for the Cardinals.
Well, I'm up next. Alyssa, I know you hear me say this name a lot. You know what I'm talking about?
Let me guess. It starts with Vanessa and ends with Shook?
Yes, Vanessa Shook. This girl does it on the basketball court and the softball field. The Tigers were the underdogs in the semis against Onaway, and Shook came out to play. Through 7 innings, she had 7 strikeouts, 3 earned runs, and an upset win against one of the top hitting teams in the area. And she was making some defensive plays consistently. I'm just a sucker for the underdog story. Huge win to get him into the district championship.
I must hear her name all the time in the office.
We're just trying to give these athletes their due respect.
So next up is the best hit. Skubie?
Well, since Michael is so sure of his last, I'm really sure about this one. Roll the tape, and you see it. The Onaway Cardinals were down 8-3 against Rogers City. They came back, tied the game at 8, and DJ Fenstermaker got that hit with 2 outs. And the kid's cold-blooded. Walk-off hit completes a crazy celebration, and of course, they win first district championship since 2013.
I'm not a hater, Alyssa, but all's fair game with this one. I want to just say I'm sorry, Alpena fans. Even though she's not in our coverage area, Marquette's Chelsea Wiggins had a clutch 3-run home run in extra innings against the Wildcats. Wildcats and the Radettes had battled all game, and this dinger proved to be the difference maker. This is up for WBKB's best hit for this year.
Well, hopefully you didn't upset any Alpena Wildcat fans with that one. Those were some great plays on both offense and defense. Now that you've both seen each other's plays, what do you think?
Well, personally, I love Kaylee Bronson and what she did on the hill for the Lady Cardinals, and the best hit has to go to Onaway, so Skubie. Those were some tough plays, but what about you?
All right, I'll submit. Kaylee Bronson did have the better pitching performance, but I'm still sticking with my boys from Onaway with the best hit, and we agree on that. That was cold to put Alpena like that, Michael.
Thanks, guys. Let's move on to the best catches during the postseason, and it's all about timing.
You're right, Alyssa. It is about timing. And you'll always remember this name, Vanessa Shook. She's back on the list with the sweet grab. Woo-hoo. One more look. Let's take at it in slow-mo. Vanessa Shook gets the pitch going, and we just have excellent concentration. And it comes in the semis against Onaway. That's one Tigers fans will always remember.
Here's a great snag. Hannah Fleming, look at those quick reactions. Hey, Drake, I'm gonna need this one ball one more time before I go. Don't mind my singing, but I'll call that an awesome catch on any day that ends with Y. So let's take again at the slow motion. I mean, great catch. And there's a reason why they give you gloves to play softball for a web gem like this one. I love it. Fleming did some work at third base.
Did you just sing a Drake song?
Drake's my boy.
Well, anyway, this is the home stretch now. This is a very important category.
Well, while these have been some of the best moments, you can't forget about the victories.
Exactly, Mike. Like, you know, when I beat you in video games?
Well, we don't need to go there. But let's go to the nominee for best win. The Alpena Wildcats rallied past Traverse City West 7-1. They were down by 6 runs to win 9-7. Not only did Phil Schultz's squad get the dub, they won their first district title since 2010.
I'll raise your Alpena Wildcats win with an Onaway Cardinals win. I mean, a 7-1 comeback is great, but so is an 8-3 comeback. What made me choose this one over Alpena is the walk-off hit. Check him out. He's going. That right there is what you call going out in style. The cherry on top. And Michael, I know you like cherries on top.
And I love my sundaes with an extra scoop of vanilla.
Ooh. Well, it's also the exclamation point. Onaway Cardinals go to the regionals thanks to Mr. DJ Fenstermaker.
Now, let's make sure that we tell the viewers none of you knew which plays you were going to pick before we got on air. You both agreed on the first 2 plays. Now, what about the last 2?
I'm just going to have to disagree on both this time. The Herons' Hannah Fleming had a 2-out snag, and Alpena's win was the first since 2010. That game was just unbelievable to watch, guys.
Well, it seems like the only thing we're agreeing with these last 2 is that we disagree. I mean, come on, Michael. The concentration by Shook was remarkable, and Alpena won 9-7. It's a cherry on top, Michael. You like your sundaes with an extra scoop of vanilla. Come on, more pizzazz, baby.
Well, looks like we'll end it at that. This was a special segment of WBKB Sports with Skubie and Mike. Coming up on WBKB News, meteorologist Ulysses Garcia will be back with one last look at weather.